Hey, how you guys? Hope everybody is doing well. Um, this is Michelle Hardy from Ruby's Daughter. This is my episode 5 called Trusting the Process. I've been putting a lot of stuff out lately on Facebook. I try to make a post like every day uh, for encouragement, for edification. Oh, and before I forget, let me put this out here. Let me put my little disclaimer. I am not a licensed counselor. I am a regular individual, no license, um, who just wants to share. I just want to share my journey into transformation, um, the things that I experience, things that I know that will help you on your journey, whether you've chosen to transform or not, um, or take the call or the heat of the call, or whatever you want to call it, from spirit, from God, from the universe, on transforming into your most authentic self. I just want to share some of the things that I go through, some of the things that I've gone through, uh, tips, tools, techniques, 3 T's, um, just all that kind of stuff. So I want to uh, I want to make sure that I just share my journey. How about that? But I'm not a licensed counselor, so what I'm telling you is from personal experience, things that I've used, and I hope that you can use them too. So let's talk about trusting the process and what trusting in the process looks like. Today, I think I posted a quote about trusting the process. I don't even know what it is. Let me look. Let me tell you what it is. Because it prompted me to get on here, so I'm going to tell you. Give me a minute here. All right. Um, I said, hold the vision, trust the process. And I had a few people respond, um, but I know trusting the process is hard, especially if you're a thinker like me. It took me a long time to let go. Trusting the process is hard if you have trust issues, which can be a trigger. That's a totally different topic and discussion, but you can't trust anybody. Process, universe, God, or yourself if you have trust issues. So the first thing I'm going to say is if you have trust issues, very first thing you need to do is deal with that. You need to deal with why you are having trust issues. And when you have trust issues, it's not that you don't trust, you just choose to, well, I'm going to trust this, but I ain't going to trust that. I'm going to trust this person, but I ain't going to trust that person. You don't trust, period. A person might say, well, no, I trust this person. No, you don't. I'm sorry. To drill down into the issue and to be for real with yourself, you don't even trust you. That's a different story. But trust has all to do with getting where it is that you want to be in your life. So at some point, you have to stop and figure out why you don't trust in order for you to learn how to trust. So how did I get to how did I get to trusting the process? Well, I can tell you first how I got to not trusting. My not trusting came from me having abandonment issues, um, not having my dad around, no fault of his. I'm not blaming. I'm not pointing fingers. I'm not saying this person did better than that person. I can't even get into all of that. My parents were who they are. They are who they are. They did what they could. That's that. But trust had to do with me not knowing who my dad was, being hurt along the way. You pick up the bruises and you put them on you and you carry them with you. And although you may not look like it, you may carry those bruises with you. So that's where mine came from. I don't even believe at some point I trusted myself. And I'll tell you why I say that, because it was up until recently that I really realized that the lack of trust, I don't even think I could tell a potential partner that what I really wanted out of a relationship. I learned, this is a totally different topic too, but it falls in line. So how you learn to love, I learned how to love from a person who didn't know anything about love and or the lack thereof. So when you don't know about certain things, love was, I didn't know what to say, what to do. I just thought you get in where you fit in, right? Okay. It was just up until a couple years ago when I realized, when I've gone through this transformation, that I didn't even trust myself enough to tell another person, partner, potential mate, what I was looking for in relationship. That's how deep trust goes. Trust goes deep like that, right? Because I didn't trust myself. So how do you get to trusting the process? It's like you have to go back. Now, if you don't have any problem with trusting the process, this message wouldn't be for you, wouldn't resonate with you. But if you suffer from trust issues, I'm going to say, in order for you to get where it is that you need to be or what you want out of life, you're going to have to deal with that issue of trust. Because if you don't deal with it, you can't believe. You can't trust that. I can't trust that I'm on the right path. I can't trust that this is the right thing for me. I can't trust that this is something I should be waiting on. I can't trust that this is the right person. You understand what I'm saying? That's trusting the process. Trusting the process also means letting go. Part of trusting the process is when you have to hold on like that, it's control. You have to control it. And now that's another issue for you to deal with, right? Why do I need to control everything that happens in my life? Can't I just trust that life or God or the universe or the doorknobs or whatever, right, is going to lead me in the right direction? And again, I said my issue was trust from abandonment. So until I learned how to trust me, I promise you, I didn't know how to trust anybody else. And I definitely didn't know how to trust the process. Trusting the process means letting go so that you can get what it is that you are after, what you desire, what you deserve, what you're worth. When you're holding on out of desperation, because that's what it ends up being, is that you're holding on out of desperation. You just holding on to it like, I can't let this go because hell, I don't know what the hell was that. I can't trust that that's going to be right. So you hold on to something that ain't even right. or it doesn't even serve you, or it's not getting you where it is that you need to be. When you hold on like this to something, you can't get what nobody got for you. You know why? Because your hand's closed. Your mind is closed. Your eyes are closed. Your heart is closed. In order to get and receive and believe in a process or even a person or just letting go, you got to open up. You got to open up. So part of trusting is opening yourself up, making yourself vulnerable, allowing yourself to be vulnerable enough to get whatever it is that's out there for you and believe that you're worthy of it and be okay with not knowing how you're going to get there. That's hard. At least it was for me. It was hard to let go when I've been so used to thinking that I was in control and driving the things that I thought, like putting the puzzle pieces together. Hell, you might even got to trim some of it off to make the damn piece fit. That wasn't trusting. That was living out of a scarcity mindset, a scarcity belief system that I had to control everything in order for me to get what it was that I was after. And I promise that, man, that's a lot of work. And it make you tired. Over these last 3 years, I have gained more freedom, which tomorrow is Freedom Friday. So we're going to talk about that too tomorrow. I have gained more freedom and more laid backness, more, man, life is good. I ain't got to do all that in order for me to get nothing because, see, my energy has changed. We're going to talk about all that too, another episode. But when your energy changes and you learn to trust, you start to bring in those things to you, those things that have been lost or missing. I'm not even going to say missing. Those opportunities that we weren't able to grab onto, I promise, God, his infinite wisdom, his universe, I believe in my ancestors, my guides, my angels. They all get together and work on my behalf to bring me back some of those things that I thought were lost. Opportunities, people, sometimes not. Sometimes the lesson was just to experience certain things. But you start to get the things that you were missing. Money. We talk about manifestation. I think I talked about on Facebook, happy Monday, happy money manifestation Monday. You don't talk about that because if you can't trust the process, you can't bring in nothing like that. You have to let go and let this universe, God's infinite wisdom, work on your behalf and not worry about, well, I wonder when it's coming. I wonder how I'm going to get it. Man, if you are transforming, you're so busy doing the things that you need to do in order to clear your path so that you can get to the place where you need to be, or learning new things, or it seems like every time you learn something, for me, every time I learn something new, something else opened up, and we'll talk about that in Freedom Friday. But in order to get to even trusting the process, there's so much that needs to be done that hopefully if you're on this path and on this journey, you're forgetting about what you've called out to the universe for, and you're just trusting that you've moved on so that it can occur. You've moved out of the way. I think until we, and I think until because I'm not sure of where you are on your path or on your journey. But until I learned how to trust myself, my instincts, my intuition, the things that I felt, my emotions, until I learned how to do all that, it was very hard for me to trust. So I want you, if you are experiencing trust issues, and you think that you can deal with those things on your own, then by all means, you need to start what I call going down the rabbit hole and figuring out and determining why you feel the way you feel about not trusting, whether it's a person, whether it's in totality, but only you can identify that. If this topic is still a topic that you need to talk about or deal with, and definitely key. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think counseling is a wonderful place to go and allow somebody to help you work through the issues that you need to work through, because maybe you dealing with trust is much more. Anything could have your trust issue could be based on something that has occurred, that has happened to you in your life, and it's much heavier than you just dealing with it on your own. Please, by all means, go and seek professional help. There's nothing wrong with that. But if it's something that you think that you can deal with, by all means, go ahead and try to hash that thing out. I'm sorry, you guys, I'm playing with this button because I'm looking at the little bobby pins in my head look all crooked. By all means, do so. So here's something that you can do. Write down, start with, do I think I have a trust issue? You start there. And if so, and you know if you got one or not. And then start to understand why you have that trust issue. Only you can ask yourself the pertinent questions that are appropriate and applicable to getting the right answer. And I say the right answer, I mean the truth. I can give you surfacey questions. That's not going to help you. Allow your intuition and your spirit, God, the Holy Spirit, the universe, ancestors, guides, whatever you do, to lead you in that direction. And you'll know if that topic is too heavy or not. If it is, stop. And if you want to deal with it and you think you need to deal with it with a counselor, please do so. But if you think that you can deal with it on your own, start to ask yourself those questions. To me, it was the how, the when, the whys, and the what. How did I get here? Why do I believe that? Where did I get that belief from? Why is this belief still appropriate and applicable for me today? How I can either hold on to this or how can I let this go? Those are the things that you'll need to ask yourself. I hope that this episode has been informative. Don't be a stranger. hit the thumbs up, share, like, and subscribe if you are on YouTube. If I post this on Facebook, check it out. And I will also put this on my Ruby's Daughter blog, which is www.ruby's, RUBYS hyphen daughter, DAUGHTER.com. I should have put it in the little thing. I'll see about doing so, but I think once I hit stop, I can't go back and edit the title. So I'll remember that for next time. Until the next time, which I think is going to be tomorrow, because I think I need to start posting regularly. And since I'm on vacation, I got time. I hope to start sharing some other things with you, tools, techniques, and things that will help you along your way to get you where it is that you want to be. This is strictly for encouragement and you obtaining the best life that you can possibly obtain. Thanks, and have a good night.